Road trippers, wayfarers, the people that just like to stop on the side of the road like I do and record podcasts and vlogs. Welcome. This is an episode about saving cash, particularly on wedding photography, which is like a real no-no topic amongst the wedding industry because we don't want to save money. But the truth is, all of us are on a budget. This is The Rebel's Guide to Getting Married. My name's Josh Withers. I'm talking today because Lucy reached out to me on my Facebook page with a question about trying to save money on photography, and I've got to give a lot of love and respect to her because she outlines the fact that she knows that photography isn't cheap and that good photography costs a lot, like a lot of time, a lot of effort, but she just doesn't have the cash for that kind of photographer. She values photography, she loves good photography, she wants good photos of her and her partner, but just the money's just not there. And I get that. So before I actually get to an idea that I gave to her, I just wanted to outline a few things about wedding photography. It's expensive. You know what? To actually be that skilled and that talented, that creative with that kind of gear and the ability just to get the flippin' shot, it's expensive. Years of hard work, of training, of workshops. Just the gear is stupid expensive. Like I'm recording this on a Sony A6400 with a a 20mm lens. Oh no, it's the 18 to 50mm lens. It's like this baby is a cheap camera, and it's probably about, I don't know, retail $1,800, $1,900, something like that. So the cheap side is expensive. The expensive side, the good side, the skilled, talented side, is expensive. It just costs a lot of money. As far as like how much to pay for photography, you know, there's all these numbers. Like my gut kind of tells me that if it's under $3,000 for a full day wedding coverage, then I don't think the photographer's running a sustainable business, and I'd question why. I'd be asking, are you still going to be in business? Are you going to turn up? The wedding I was just at today, I'm actually driving from Port Macquarie to the Gold Coast at the moment. I'm just pulled over the side of the road just to stop and have a break, have a breather. The wedding I was at today, we were talking with the videographer about a videographer that he knows that literally takes the cash and doesn't turn up to the weddings. That's a thing he does. Mind blown. I didn't know you're allowed to take money and not turn up to weddings, but that's a thing. So if the photographer is less than $3,000, I'd just be asking questions. I'm not saying people can't charge that much. I'd just be asking why. Videographer, even more. When it comes to trying to save money on photography, there's a couple of ways you can attack that. The first one is, if you're going to go for a Saturday wedding through wedding season time, whatever that is in your local area, I wouldn't expect the photographer to do a deal. However, if you're having a weekday wedding and you're actually legitimately going to be doing short coverage, like 2, 3, 4 hours, highly possible the photographer will do a better package for you. But just make sure you don't try and pull the wool over their eyes. See, those of us in the wedding industry, we're really used to people calling up saying, oh, we're having a birthday party. When it's actually a wedding, you turn up and like, you hijinks me. The reason wedding photography costs more is because the expectations are more. There's really high expectations from you, your family, the events. It's a different kind of event to photographing a corporate gig or a birthday or whatnot. Now, first idea is that. Have your wedding on a different time, a different day, one that's not peak season or peak time of the week, with shorter coverage. That's a really easy way to reduce the amount you're going to spend on wedding photography because you're not expecting as much of them. But here's another idea, and this is what I've suggested to Lucy. Covering the actual day of your wedding is an expensive thing, and she just doesn't have the cash for it, which I understand. But maybe you do have the cash to have a couple photographer, they call it engagement shoot or a couple session, or just you and your partner and the photographer in the hour or two before sunset. Here's the thing, not on your wedding day. Maybe it's a week or two before, maybe it's a week or two after. Maybe it's just a different time where the two of you step aside. You haven't got the time constraints of a wedding. You haven't got the expectations of covering a wedding. You just want some really hot photos of you and your partner. And the best wedding photographers and couple photographers getting around, I'd say pricing that from $500 to $1,500. Yeah, it could be more, could be less. But that's probably more affordable. That's actually reachable for many people. Just one idea. There's so many ideas on how to save money. If you've got some, get in the comments and let me know. But they're my two ideas on how to save some cash on wedding photography. Is to have your wedding at a different time, day, date, and place. That's actually going to be a better deal for the photographer, and you'll get them out of bed for not 3 or 4 or 5, 6 grand. The other one, as I've just said, is to have a couple shoot outside of the wedding. In Asian cultures, this is actually really simple. They call it a pre-wedding shoot, where they'll travel the world getting awesome photos in Paris, New York, Gold Coast, Sydney, whatever. And then they'll come to the wedding, and they actually won't have a portrait photographer at the wedding. They may have an event photographer, maybe, or maybe everyone's just taking photos on their phones. That's cool. But their wedding photos are separate to the wedding. Try that on for size. This has been the Rebel's Guide to Getting My Words Mixed Up. My name's Josh Withers, and I hope that if this has been helpful to you, that you'll share it, that you comment to other people and you tag, you'd whatever. Let the world know that there's a better way to get married. It's the Rebel's way. This is the Rebel's Guide to Getting Married. More episodes, and watch the videos, watch the podcast, watch podcasts, listen to the podcast at www.therebels.guide.